Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be checking out a wireless gaming mouse. Now I wanted to review and share this product with you as it's currently going for a pretty good price on AliExpress. They asked me to choose a product and I decided to choose this one as I've actually been looking for a wireless gaming mouse recently, and this one has some pretty good things going for it and also eliminated some of my concerns that I had about going wireless for my mouse. One of them was charging. This comes with a wireless charging dock, so it makes it very convenient. And this mouse is also very versatile. So you can use it via a USB receiver via 2.4 GHz connection. You can also use Bluetooth mode, and you can also plug this in via USB and use it like a normal mouse. This also has very impressive specs on paper with an up to 8,000 Hz polling rate and up to 26,000 dpi. Now, you're probably not actually going to need to utilize these numbers, but they're still quite impressive nonetheless. So I'll be testing this out and sharing all of the details and my experience with you. So stay tuned for the rest of the video. Before we get into it, please note this product was sent to me for free for review. And there is a link down below if you'd like to pick it up, and this will also help support my channel. This product is currently on sale too, so be sure to check it out if you see this video pretty quickly. This mouse comes with a wireless charging dock. It supports up to 26,000 dpi and a 8,000 Hz polling rate. It's got a decent 400 mAh battery. It also can be used in Bluetooth mode, in wired mode, and also 2.4 GHz mode. I was hoping for something that looked a little bit more premium from this box, but it doesn't look bad. Let's go and take a look inside. So we've got a user manual and some grips. This is our charging dock. And the mouse itself. Feels very, very lightweight. And this should be our connector, USB-C, to connect the charging dock. So overall, not a bad unboxing experience. I think for the price, it could have felt a little bit more premium, but pretty nice. So on the charging dock, it does say please use USB 3.0 or above, and you'll see there's a little port on the front here. That's where the receiver goes into, so you can plug the receiver directly into your computer if you want to, but because I'll be using the wireless charging dock, this is going to take up a USB slot using the USB-C cable, and then the receiver will go in the front. So we need to make sure we plug this into a USB 3 slot. The cable does seem pretty long, so it should be long enough. These little pads underneath are pretty sticky after you remove the film, so this should stay in place and not move around once you've put it down on your desk. So yeah, that's stuck pretty well in place. This is going to change the RGB lighting. The receiver is stored under this little compartment here, so we'll take this off. And this plugs into our little wireless dock over here. So when we snap this in place, you'll see we get the little green light at the top. This mouse is very versatile. So if we go down to the connection options here, we can switch it over to Bluetooth mode, and it'll go into pairing. You'll get a flashing blue light. When you come over to our computer, you can see it's already, you already can see the mouse. Set connect. And there we go. It's quite surprising how quick you can switch between these modes as well. So if I switch it back to the 2.4 GHz mode, it's instantly connected, which is really cool. If you wanted to, you could even disconnect the cable from your wireless dock and plug it straight into the mouse. You need to make sure you have this set to the middle option, and then it works just as normal. So even if you were to run out of battery, you can simply just put it into the wired USB mode and you are good to go. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the software for this mouse. You've got a macro manager, profile system as well. We can also customize our buttons and even set some little shortcut keys. We have our battery indicator down at the bottom left. If we put the mouse on the dock, you'll see it says it's charging. It would have been nice to see what the charge level is at. And when you take it off, it seems to jump back to 100% for a second and then go down to the correct reading. At the top right, we have our DPI settings. And these little colors below, you'll see I'm on 800 DPI at the moment. These colors below, you can customize them. And what's cool is if we come over to the mouse and try and get this to focus here, we press the DPI button, it will change to the corresponding color that you've got selected on the software, and you can actually customize these, which is pretty cool. And then we also have our polling rate settings. I recommend being on at least 1000 Hertz and 2000 Hertz. You may notice some difference. When we get into the higher polling numbers, as I'll talk about at some point in the video, the benefits are probably going to be marginal and not really noticeable for most people. And then we have a few other attributes we can mess around with. This one's pretty useful, so you can set how long it will take until the mouse goes to sleep if you're not pressing any buttons or moving it. This is just to conserve power. So yeah, the application is pretty nice, pretty well laid out. Haven't had any issues with it so far. So yeah, I guess a thumbs up from me. While I've done my best to sync up my mouse video with my gameplay, it might not be perfectly in sync, just bear that in mind. So this mouse boasts a 8000 Hz polling rate. What does this mean, and does it actually matter? Well, polling rate is how often your mouse reports information to your computer, such as its position and the button that you're clicking. A higher polling rate means a faster response. So a lot of gamers swear by having a higher polling rate as they get less input lag and less latency. However, there is a point where you reach kind of diminishing returns like video resolution and frame rate. The higher you get, the less noticeable it is. So I've seen some people recommend 1000 to 2000 Hertz, and beyond that it becomes very difficult to notice any difference. I will link a video down below by Optimum. He does a great video explaining why these higher numbers may not actually be beneficial. It might just use more battery on your mouse than you need to. I had a lot of fun testing this mouse, and I really like its simplistic design. It doesn't have anything too fancy or anything that makes the mouse stand out, so this is going to blend in quite well to most setup styles. And you can of course attach those grip tapes to it if you want to give it a little bit more flair, and of course add some grip. You can also of course get your own custom ones and add those as well, and even just add any kind of stickers you want to the mouse to maybe liven it up a bit. But I like its stealthy black design. The buttons feel really nice and clicky, and I really like the lightweight feel of this mouse. It's 58 grams, and the previous mouse that I was using was a lot heavier, and I was a bit concerned at first being so light compared to my previous mouse, but I much prefer this one. It just feels a lot easier to slide and move around, and it's a lot nicer for gaming for sure. The response time overall felt really great, and I didn't really have any issues with this mouse. It just seems like a all-round good performer. So if you are thinking of using this for gaming, I had a really great time using it, and it was a really nice upgrade compared to my previous wired mouse that I was using. I mentioned at the start of the video my concerns about battery life when switching over to a wireless mouse, and I was getting approximately 20 to 25% battery loss per day, so you should comfortably get 3 to 4 days using this mouse, and maybe a little bit more if you're only going to be using it for 2 to 3 hours a day. If you're going to be doing really heavy gaming, playing all day long, maybe you could kill this in a couple of days. It's really hard to give exact battery numbers, and I was also running this on the 2000 Hz polling rate. If you run it on the max 8000 Hz, you will probably drain the battery quite a bit quicker. When you consider the price you can pick up this wireless mouse for, currently £35 from AliExpress, I think it's a really great deal, and it feels like a high quality product for that price. And I also think if you're able to tag it for a little bit higher than that, it'll still be worth it as well. So if the price is right, I think this is a really great product, and I have no problems recommending it to you. As always, if you'd like to pick it up, you can find a link down below, and this will also help support my channel. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here, and of course I will see you in the next one.